What is the stock that you'll be watching this week, Matt?
I am watching a company called Seritage Growth Properties that we mentioned on the show several times before.
Oh, yeah.
They recently got a new CEO, who I'm a big fan of. And she recently announced that they are going to sell 40 to 50 of their roughly 150 properties. So up to about a third of their portfolio is going to be put up for sale.
Ooh.
Seritage's business model has always been to kind of gradually sell off non-core properties in order to reinvest the proceeds in redevelopment. And now it just sounds like they're just trying to get a big stockpile of cash all at once to really supercharge their plans. And I'm a big fan of this move. I think it sounds scary for a REIT to be selling a third of its properties on the open market. But one, given today's real estate market, this is the time to do it.
Yeah.
If you have property to unload, this is the time.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to get some good valuations for them. I think they'll have a lot of cash, and I'm interested to see them finally really accelerate their development, because they're realizing the slow and steady model that the company was founded on isn't really going to work.
Yeah. Yeah. So not necessarily technically financials related, but it's tied to real estate in a way, Matt. And I'm keeping an eye on Wayfair. This is a company I own shares in this. I've recommended it in one of the services that I lead here at the Fool. And just interesting conference they participated in last week, the Jefferies Digital Consumer Conference. There were just some numbers that stood out to me that reinforced why I don't want to sell my shares anytime soon. They talk about their market opportunity, the total available market they're addressing between Europe and North America at $840 billion, with about a 50-50 split there in both regions. So I think it's just, that total addressable market, total available market. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean they're chasing that entire pie, right? You want to focus maybe a little bit more on the serviceable addressable market. Regardless, 840 billion, even if you cut that in half, I mean, that's a lot of money. And so a large market opportunity worth paying attention to. And then they had another data point here I thought was pretty fascinating. American savings accounts had gone from $800 billion pre-pandemic levels to over $3 trillion post-pandemic, with all of the stimulus and assistance that folks have been receiving over the past year. So certainly feels like there may be some pent-up demand out there, and it also feels like Wayfair is going to be one of those networks that really helps provide for what folks want. And I mean, you and I know that shopping for the home is a never-ending endeavor, Matt. It never stops. So I think Wayfair is one worth keeping an eye on.